This is Happy Monkey.
This is Happy Monkey.
Happy Monkey. Happy Monkey.
This is Happy Monkey.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, yo, Happy Monkey, what's shaking, what's popping, all the way from New Jersey and all that, smoking on some gelato. You already know what it is. Get right in the morning, wake and bake. Happy Monkey 420, let's get it, get it, get it.
What's going on, everybody? This week, the podcast has a sponsor, ArdentCannabis.com. They're known for the Ardent Nova, which is a decarber, but now they have a new Ardent where they decarb and infuse in the same device. So if you use our code MONKEY, MUNKEY, when you're checking out, you get $30 off your purchase. So please go on and check them out. They got a bunch of other devices. Hey, you might get lucky and find something that'll help you cook in your kitchen.
Yes. Today is a special day because we got some New York natives here, and they basically base everything they do artistry-wise off our favorite thing in the world, everybody, cannabis. Well, we barely do a lot of artists here, but these guys are our favorites, and they are definitely unique because, like I said, they are the only, from what I know, hip-hop group who basically sold straight up cannabis, everybody. You know what I mean? You want to finish with some details, my friend Vlad over there?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is real special for us because these gentlemen here are not only repping New York, but they're using cannabis. They're using hip-hop as a scalpel to educate the cannabis community in New York and the world about all the different things that go on in it. So no further, ladies and gentlemen, hailing from the concrete jungle, the Joint Cheefs,
Straight from the Bronx. Please reintroduce yourself, guys.
That was
Let
very
them
well
know.
said, guys. Before anything, let me just say that was a hell of a
Word.
I mean that.
That was one of the best intros. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's Sonny Blue Note, 1/3 of the Joint Cheefs.
Gio the Rican.
Loud Pack Ralph.
Yes,
We
sir.
are the Joint Cheefs, man.
And you guys are the Joint Cheefs. Tell everybody where they can find you on Instagram, websites, social media, all the good shit.
At the Joint Cheefs with 2 E's. On Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud,
all the streaming
Apple
services.
Music. Yeah, basically wherever you get your music.
Good,
YouTube.
Good. Yeah, man. So, man, we excited, man. Because, again, man, there's not too many guys or not too many musicians in general right now. They making music just, like, for us. Like, not just, like, cannabis, whatever, cannabis, but for people who every day, they smoke every day. Not just for the casual smoker who want to smoke on the weekend. You
Yeah,
guys
not just
are
come home from work.
Yeah, nah, you need to smoke wake and bake.
You woke up
after
before-
work.
Yep.
Just like
This your religion,
Maybe you left
religiously.
for your lunch break at work to go outside and blaze a quick one.
A quick one.
Exactly.
I've been there.
It's funny because that's what we actually made the music for. Like, everybody smokes bud, but we made it for the people. Like, it's a way of life. Like, when you wake up, before you brush your teeth, you're going to light that clip. After you get out the shower, you feel refreshed, so you're going to roll up. Before you eat, it's not a whole meal unless you roll up. We make them bud for the people like that. Like, facts.
Yeah, I always like to say that there's a you can distinguish us like this. I feel like there's rappers who smoke, and then I feel like us, we're stoners who rap.
There you
You know what I'm saying? So
you go.
because
Stoners who rap.
you know what I'm saying?
Stoner come first.
Weed isn't like a secondary thing or like a third trait about us or a fourth trait about us.
It's
It
the
is
first
us. You know what I'm saying? It is us. So that's the angle we try to get it from. Not no gimmicky shit. Not no, you know, 1, 2, 3 easy bake oven type records about weed. We wanted to really represent the culture as well as represent New York. So it's like kind of two crowns that we going for, like the cannabis crown and also the New York crown. And this is the best way. This is the conduit that's going to get us in this cannabis industry and as a way to like spread advocacy too, without it being so political. Like, hey, like legalize it.
Yeah.
We wanted to give the East Coast perspective because the West Coast has such a voice and they have several voices. So we just wanted to be, you know, one of the first three that you think of when you think of the East Coast market.
Think of Bud
We
Rap.
wanted to be the same way how Happy
Right.
Monkey's in the conversation. We wanted Joint Cheefs to be in the conversation. as well.
Absolutely. I think I fucks with y'all. So I think when I listen to y'all music, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in New York smoking weed. I don't feel like I'm listening to Wiz Khalifa, because even Wiz, he's from PA, but he still got like that Cali feel.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or that Cali. But we was talking about this the other day, me and Glass, because it was like everybody who make music, you giving me that stoner West Coast vibe, that beachy vibe.
Or like people don't
Or-
smoke in New York, like
Right.
people don't smoke in Idaho, like
That
people don't
low-rise
smoke in the
country
heights.
vibe,
Like, come
yeah.
on.
So it's like, you know, that's why I think this podcast was important, because yes, y'all make music and your music is awesome, but you make the topics about real smokers. Like, it's not like, this is a wake and bake song. This is for everything. This is smoking on camera, because right now that's a big topic. That's people do that. You sit there and you smoke on camera. All the girls smoking on camera.
Remember when smoking on
You know
camera
what I mean?
could get you jail time? Like when it was that serious, you was like, nah,
Nah, you can't. You ain't gonna do that.
I
But
mean?
now it's, you know, that's a topic.
Now
So
it's
these are
like,
things
yeah.
that I think it's important right now. That, you know, right now in New York, if you're smoking a blunt in the club, girls like this, like
Yeah, and even that, like the whole strategy behind that was to break the stigma, because like as much as we, you know what I'm saying, like we see a shorty smoking the joint on Snapchat or whatever, to us that just added points to her shit, that made her sexier to us.
all this. Yeah.
But to certain people, you know what I'm
might
saying,
get
it kind of
turned
turns them off, or maybe
right.
you know, maybe Abuela follows them on Facebook, or maybe you know what I'm saying, the auntie likes them on Instagram, and they really can't be like that. You know what I'm saying, or they boss, they really can't be it. So it was the whole, we want you guys to be comfortable smoking on camera. So, you know what I'm saying, from you know what I'm saying, from the women's perspective. And shout out to all the women that really showed up to that video. Mama Medusa, Blue Ether, Sophie
Bunny.
Rich, Bud
smoking
Bunny,
on camera ladies.
a bunch of
workshops,
ladies that
yo.
really just wanted to come and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You guys were there. It was all we did was provide weed and wine. You know what I'm saying?
Dope
And
vibes.
just-
All
and just
the women
a vibe.
there
It
were
was-
very
it was so
comfortable.
The reason why I feel like this is like, you know, monumental to us and, you know, really important for us to, you know, the world to see that we mess with y'all and, like, you know, to tell the world about what y'all doing is because I think this is like an insider stigma from stoners throughout the country, especially people that you know, artists that do hip hop, especially out of New York. They don't expect them to be as knowledgeable as you guys are on the plant and all the different processes and all the different ways you smoke. So that is another thing that, you know, people don't expect from some New York rappers to be like, you know, that educated on the plant and really, you know what I mean, break it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta practice what we preach. Like my, you know what I'm saying, like my, you know what I'm saying, my shorty she doesn't like smoking. I like to base that off like she doesn't like giving up control. You know, certain women they like to be controlled in settings. But you know, she has bad anxiety, so I got her using CBD. You know what I'm saying? Our son has, you know what I'm saying, eczema, so I use CBD lotion on him. You know what I'm saying? So it was really important for me when I, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a producer at first, the engineer second, and this whole artist thing is new to me. Like, they've been rapping technically longer than I have. But it was like, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta do it from a perspective of what I know best. I'm not shooting niggas on the block. I'm not out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing CeeLo on the corner. I'm not doing none of that. I book my sessions, I make my music, I take care of my family, I smoke my weed.
And that translates into our verses.
That's perfect.
Exactly.
A lot of people, we talked about this shit all the time. Like, we feel like there's a lot of individuals who use that route as far as like gangster and shooting because they feel like they can get to a certain level when they don't necessarily live that life, or none of their friends live that life. You know what I mean?
Or it might sound catchy already doing it.
So I appreciate anybody who's willing to like just be fucking like,
and
just
I think
be honest.
I think that stems from, we were talking about it the other day, like Ramon said, that stems from a lot of people in this generation not understanding what keeping it real means. They got this thing that real means that you gotta be a gangster, that you gotta shoot people, they gotta sell drugs, when in all reality, for people that's really in the know, being real is just being who you are and being true to yourself and not trying to be nobody that you're not. And that's what I think that comes from. You know what I mean?
All right, guys, so we got a question that we ask everybody, and I definitely want to hear y'all niggas stories because y'all gotta have some wild stories about this. So, and Blue, you was kind of already telling me before we were off air, so that's why I didn't really want to keep talking. I wanted you to tell me now. So please, Ralph G, one by one, please give me your first experience with getting high. What was your first love story? What
first
age?
time.
What age? What
First time
was
smoking,
it?
period?
Yeah. Well, what age? What was it?
Walk us through that.
Was it on a joint? Was it a blunt?
I was a little young knowing I was gonna smoke weed, which sound crazy. Like my god brothers and stuff used to like smoke in the room, and I knew it wasn't a cigarette because it's like a brown paper. It smelled different. Everybody's happy. Music is on. It's mad loud. So I actually like the smell, and I know now that I think about it, it had to be mad Raka Reggie. Like mad Reggie. Like
that's how we all started.
Word, man. The smell was crazy. So when I got like 12, 13, actually, a girl I knew on the block that taught me how to skateboard, she let me hit a blunt first, and at first I wasn't really like that high. Like I thought I wasn't high, but I started drinking mad orange juices. I was laughing and shit. I'm like, nah, this is different. Then I woke up like a day later, and I'm like, yeah, I was smacked. Word, I fell asleep and didn't wake up for like 12 hours.
What they had you smoking in the joint or something?
Nah, this was Dutch days. This was a vanilla Dutch with a clear paper, not even a blue paper. The clear wrap Dutches where you can actually see the veins in it and shit like that. Word.
Yeah, that's
you
like
get
the
3 for
Dutch
10.
Dutch.
Word, 3 nicks for $10. Word, them days.
3 nicks for 10.
And you still giving them 9 because you need to buy a roll up. That's shit like that.
How about you, Gio?
I got you.
Ooh, as he takes this hit,
It's funny because he talks about his first time on one of our songs from our first album.
Yeah, we called The First, and
It's
it was
called
like
The First.
It was like legit. It was like I say the first I don't regret across the street from the Jacks because I was born and raised like Melrose Projects and around the block.
Where we ain't asked that. Y'all, where y'all from in the city?
I'm South Bronx, born and raised. I'm staying on Kingsbridge right now, and then they on like 183rd.
Yeah, all from the BX though. That's the more of the story.
Yeah.
Pussy down Bronx.
All from the Bronx. Right? So I was like, then the next line I go 6 heads on the neck. I only put 50 cents, and that's real shit. Cause I was like 13. 2 of my other niggas were 13, and it was like older girls that were like 17, 18. And I legit only threw down 50 cents, and we just copped the nigga some Reggie, and then you know what I'm saying. And it's funny because, like, let's say you my first homie, you the second homie. You hit it wrong. They're like, oh, you wasting the weed. You doing it wrong. You got to do it like this. He gets it right. He gets it. He fucks up. They're like, oh, you wasting the weed. Then he gets it right. So I'm like, okay, I can't get this wrong. I see 2 niggas do it wrong. I got this. Right. I got that shit so wrong. I coughed up a lung doing it so wrong. I'm like, hey, you wasting the weed. That's not how you do it. And then I was just paranoid after that. I was chewing wild gum. I just bought mad gum from the store. My mother, man, she, you know what I'm saying, she was an old school Puerto Rican. Oh, so I chewed mad gum. I was like, I cannot smell like this. But I was high as
Them Visine days where you'd be like, do I look high, bro? I look high.
What was it? Was it a blunt? Was it a joint? What was it?
His eyes was bloodshot red. I look high, bro. I look high. I'm good.
It was crazy. A blunt and like they kind of like the mummy roll. And I was kind of fascinated. Like, how the hell you unraveling the shit and whatever. I mean, when I used to roll Dutches, I didn't do that. I just cracked it down the middle. But yeah, we smoked the Dutch. It was a nick, and I only put 50 cents, man. That shit was crazy.
I like that.
My first time was Halloween in '96.
Halloween in '96.
That should sound like a movie, don't it?
Yeah.
That should sound like a whole mixtape.
That was freshman year of high school for me. And it was me and a couple of friends from my youth, and we rolled a joint. We went to the parking lot behind 2170.
Oh shit! When it was still a lot, wasn't no building there.
We was right there, and we got
bottles and all that.
We got stupid high. I walked home like 2 blocks away. My mom was at work at the time, so I had the house to myself. I sat there Probably made all sorts of fat boy shit to eat, and I remember the Simpsons Halloween special was on that night. It was
That's
good.
how you remember it's Halloween. That's how you Halloween.
It was
Good
super
time.
good.
96 of Halloween. I was getting that's it. I was getting high.
24 years later, me and Mary Jane are still at them.
Absolutely. That's So So these are the guys, everybody, and that's their first time getting high with the Joint Cheefs.
Now tell us how and what possessed y'all to, you know what I mean? Like you guys had cannabis in your life for a long time. What was it that was the epiphany when you said like, we're gonna mix this with music and hip hop and make this like a real thing?
Well, I was originally in school for something else, and then I had an epiphany, and I went to IAR and went into music for audio engineering, and then met him. We started a recording studio in my old apartment, which we still run to this day. Shouts to Bruno Stu BX. And he, like he said, he's a producer as well. So he had a bunch of beats that he kind of just had like in a stockpile. A lot of people would tell him, yo, your beats are dope, but they're like stoner vibey kind of beats. Mm-hmm. So me and Ralphie were in the studio one day, and literally Gio just comes in, and he's like, he pulls one of the beats up, and he's like, yo, he just unleashes. Like, you could tell it was just him unleashing frustration. And he laid the shit down, and he was like, he came out, he was like, yo, what'd y'all think of that? We was like, yo, that shit sound dope. He was like, yo, can y'all write something to this? Boom. And then there you go. Me and Ralphie laid our shit down, and there's Indica and Sativa.
Yeah,
that was the first joint.
The first joint we recorded off Never Canoe. Indica Sativa.
Yeah. My epiphany was,
That shit like 2-3
I think at the time as a producer, I was just going through frustrations as a producer. Like I had finally become like my most confident. I was cooking beats in front of motherfuckers. I was in the right rooms. I was in the right circles. I was meeting with A&Rs and all that, but I was just nothing was sticking. And then they would tell me that, oh, your shit sound like some stoner shit. And then when Currency was on the docket, I sent 6 beats. They took 3, but I never got nothing back. So I'm like, all right. So I had this epiphany, which again is not right for every producer. But at the time, I was like, damn, yo, I'm only gonna go as far as the artist that gets the beat is willing to push the record. And I was uncomfortable with that lack of control. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't. Just me off the bat, I don't like relying on the next person for nothing.
You gotta take matters into your own hands.
Yeah. So I was like you said, I was in my feelings, and I had whatever. I had a couple verses, and they was just like, I thought they were like, either joke on me or I was like, yeah, this shit was dope, but they were genuinely like, yo, that was dope. And I was like, well, I got another beat that they told me was on some stoner shit. How about I rap like I'm Sativa, you rap like you Indica, and you rap like you Hybrid.
Oh.
And then that's how we became the Joint Cheefs, because me and him were going to do a podcast called the Joint Cheefs.
Yeah.
That was the
going to be a
first song.
podcast.
That
It
was
was
the
going to be
first
like
song.
a
So that me and my feelings,
called
the
Joint
epiphany,
Cheefs.
I was like, fuck that. We're going to be the Joint Cheefs. We're going to be a group. There's nobody in the East Coast on a group level that's doing what we could do. Let's just fucking do it.
When was that journey started?
That was November.
That was Halloween.
2017. 2017.
I remember waking up and like, yo. I remember waking up and texting somebody, yo, bro. I know you retired from rapping all that shit, but if I write a verse, I need you to write a verse. And he was reluctant about it, but he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I ended up just writing the second verse. But
yeah, because that's why I went into engineering, because I was like, all right, I might be getting a little too old for rapping. And I was comfortable like with the studio, doing a record engineering, and
I think that's a horrible stigma, by the way. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're absolutely right.
I think in hip hop, that shit is mad horrible.
Because it's not fair in rock music.
Yeah, you get to do whatever the fuck you want. Even reggae, even if you do like
You
reggae
actually
music,
get more value the older you are in rock too.
yeah, bro.
So it's
Nobody
jazz too, stuff like
says
that.
nobody says old school pop. Nobody says old school rock. Nobody says
That's whack in hip
You feel
hop.
me?
and it's whack that
old school has
when
a
you're a
negative
good writer
connotation.
and you're a good rapper and you're a good recording artist and stuff like that. Why shouldn't you be able to just do these things? I mean, you should, even if people don't like it. And that's how it be. I think
What's
should just
crazy
do it.
is that it was still a bit of a struggle for me, because I started writing in '94 when I heard Machine Gun Funk, Ready to Die. So I was writing, you know, with other groups and doing projects with other groups up until like 2006, 2007. Then I just was like, all right,
fuck it, yeah.
Just got to fall back from this. Became domesticated, moved to Westchester.
Yeah,
did the whole,
it goes down.
You know, and then when my reluctancy came from, how do I write stoner rhymes? Because I was writing how motherfuckers were writing in the late 90s, bro. Everything was kill, bang, bang.
Yeah.
I got a kill.
Yeah.
I got a kilo in my back pocket and I'm playing
Boom
the black
bap rap.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm taking this break out of town.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
The OT come back word.
so when it came to writing like stuff for this, it was like, all right, I just gotta be just honest. Like I was never no killer. I was never fucking moving bricks or anything like that. That's just shit that you just, you know, 99% of the industry is like that. Most of these motherfuckers ain't killers or this or that. But it just came down to me being honest. Like, oh, I smoke bud. I make music. Yeah. I get high.
And I like
chilling,
doing it.
And I like doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like doing it.
And that's what I'm gonna rap about. But that's the shit. Like Gio said earlier, we're not just rappers that smoke weed. We're stoners that rap because we do it well. You know, we're not no campy stoner act like Afro Man or nothing like that. Like we actually rap.
Shout out to Afro Man.
But yeah, shouts to Afro Man.
Yeah,
shout out to
but still.
But still,
we just didn't come out with one song that has to do with bud and like go and live off of it. Like everything we do
got
has
different
to do
topics. Yeah, y'all got different topics.
Whether
it's
it's
stoner's lifestyle,
whether it's mental health, whether it's you know, just day-to-day shit, you know, just, you know, all facets of life that you can incorporate weed in a helpful way.
The munchies.
Well, guys, I heard, you know, y'all know in the hood, you get the best CNN information at the barbershop. That's where that's the main source of information in urban neighborhoods. So what I heard in the barbershop is that y'all got a new fire album called Chief Cake, and y'all got to break down to us how that went down and what's that about.
Please.
Chief Cake was our third album. It was our third album. Our first album was Never Canoe. Then we dropped Jars on them. And then we wanted something different. Yeah, they all bud drinks.
Yeah,
we dropped Never Canoe. Because you don't want a canoe. Everybody know what that is. When you smoking and it burns down one side and you like, damn, I wasted my whole split. You got to burn the other side to keep it even for me. So it was just about staying even pace, keeping everything balanced.
Just balanced, yeah.
Which is like, we thought it was, at least I thought it was more universal than it actually is. A lot, which was interesting. We found out like just regionally what they call, you know what I'm saying, Chicago and all them shit. Some people call it runs, you know what I'm saying. Some people
they got their own word for the canoe.
They got their own word for canoe. So it was like, oh, what does Never Canoe mean? I was like, hey, you know, when West Side Birds, like, oh, you talking about this? And then say some wild shit.
But there you go.
But they still ultimately relate.
Yeah, then there you go. You start that conversation and you spread that slang. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's
then
how it
was
But
Jars.
talk to me about Chief Cake.
Then it was Jars. Then
Wait, excuse me, which was the second one?
Jars.
I don't know if you guys understand that, but Jars.
Um,
if you need some sort of explanation, but
Jars is an acronym, but
Jars.
Hit 'em.
We don't have an acronym for it.
Yeah, but that's some typical stoner shit.
Whoa, wait, but the joke is
Hit me.
justifying acronyms really suck.
Oh, that's the
Jars.
inside.
Yeah.
Bro, we try to ask motherfuckers on the gram so many times, what should we call it? And like, nothing was hitting.
Nothing.
Like,
So fuck it, let's call it Jars.
fuck it, Jars it is. It's too fire of a name not to use.
Yeah.
We had like three more other ones in the tuck, but that was just everybody loved that one.
And now we
Cake.
got Chief Cake.
Which we dropped on 710 for all the stoners out there that know the lingo. You know.
Yeah, so far every album has dropped on the Stoner Holiday.
Yeah.
Never Canoe dropped on 420. Chief Cake dropped on 710. For those who don't know, that's concentrates. 710 upside down looks like oil. And then whenever you take some flour and you add in the oil, you take in the 420 and you add in the 710. So we dropped Jars on 11:30. Say November 30th. So we wanted to kind of just
kept it all in the stoner vein.
Yeah, talk to me about Chief Cake. Why call it Chief Cake?
What is what do you guys think was so, you know, special and how y'all have evolved all the way to Chief Cake?
From the beat selection down to like the concepts that we coming up with, we just wanted to not be repetitive. We wanted to hit y'all with something different every time. We don't want y'all to feel like just because it's about bud, you could guess our next move or you could feel how we coming because we playing chess. It's different. So we just wanted to hit them with not necessarily No shout to them. No Brooklyn drill beat to where we stepping out our boundaries and we cooning out or doing stuff that's not us.
Staying true to
But
yourself.
yeah, we wanted to stay true to us to give them different kind of beats, which is more modern / old school, so you could still be like, alright, I could listen to this all day from beginning to end. My uncle that just came out of jail could listen to it, or my backpack skateboarder friend could listen to it, or the scammer could listen to it.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, if you're a talented rapper and a writer, you should be able to rap over anything. I mean, that's what we grew up to in New York. You gotta rap to whatever's, you know what I mean? So,
and you could see that progression from our first album to Chief Cake, from Never Canoe to Chief Cake. Like, Never Canoe was, if I had to call it, maybe a little boom bappy.
Yeah, probably the most.
Probably the most boom bappy was our first album. But then you listen to our second album, we started transitioning into more modern type style of production. And you could hear the growth.
To caviar
to 400. Yeah, exactly.
The stoners is different, man. We got, that's the one thing that we all know, that everybody who smokes, we all look different.
Yeah, so Chief Cake was like a shotgun shell from far away. We just try to cover as much of a demographic and the sub-demographic within the stoners, like the stoners that skateboard, the stoners that, that sit by the poolside, the stoners that whatever.
The stoners that's drilling.
The stoners that's
drilling.
The stoner moms.
Yeah.
Tell us each one of y'all your favorite joint out of Chief Cake and why.
That's a good question.
Favorite joint, damn, they gonna hate me for this. I like the intro. And I like Gas Station. I can't pick one. If I had to play half the song,
why? Just break down why so people can understand.
Yeah, I like the intro because as soon as you play that, it's gonna set the tone. It's really straight bars, but it's not to the point that the beat throws you off. It keeps you entrapped in it. You like a quicksand. You don't know what's about to happen. Then when the hook come on, the whole shit changes to something else. Then somebody else come with bars. It's just stupid. Then I like Gas Station. I can't find it. It's retarded. It's a little retarded. Then I like Gas Station because you could be sitting dead in your living room, but it sound like you driving. You bump that shit sound like you in a DeVille.
You smoking some gas and
going slow. You want everybody to see that paint job. You bumping like, oh, I'm about to stop right here. It's not even a
You on your way to the gas station? You on the way to the gas station? Which gas station?
On the way to the gas station with the gas station. Feel me? Like that. Feel me? Shit like that, pun intended.
How about you, G?
Shit, I was gonna say Gas Station, but I'm gonna say I like.
I know you like them all. We know you like them all.
I want to see feel me.
We know you like them all. But
take this to help you.
I like Inhale, Exhale.
Inhale, Exhale. Why?
Yeah, Inhale, Exhale. I think that's kind of technically the first one that we recorded because we dropped a single Caviar on 4/20/2019, but I think Inhale Exhale was the first song technically that we recorded after that, and it ended up on the album. And I think just like the message of bad days come and go. Even on the good ones, you still gotta roll. Understand some things you know what I'm saying. Understand some things are in your control. You know what I'm saying. And I think it's a good mantra. You know what I'm saying, whether you're having a good day or a bad day. And I just like how
I'm about to roll another matata.
It's resonating. With a lot of people that they just say, it's a good day, or if I'm having a bad day, it gets me through it. So I'm gonna say Inhale, Exhale.
That makes sense. That goes along.
I would probably have to say Die Stoner.
Die Stoner. Yeah. Why that one?
It's specifically like my flavor. Like I said, I'm the oldest one in the band, so I have, I came from a different era where just beats were different and everything was different, and this it just knocks, bro. It just knocks, and everybody went stupid on it, and that's like the quintessential, like you could picture that in the background music of some skater, some skater movie or some shit. It's definitely my favorite song.
That shit sound like a Tony Hawk soundtrack type joint. Yeah. That shit bust.
Now, why Chief Cake, gentlemen? Why Chief Cake?
Oh, why Chief
Cake? It was. I think we've always alluded to it in our bars. Like I was listening to a lot of our. I mean, I always say I'm our biggest fan. I stay bumping that shit, and Ralph mentions Chief Cake a lot in Jars, and he also mentioned that in one song in Never Canoe. So it was we were kind of also, to be honest, we were making a lot of songs, but we weren't kind of, there was no urgency, and I feel like I think there's no urgency because we didn't name it yet. It doesn't feel real. So let's name it. Let's name it Chief Cake. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we want to name a strain Chief Cake, and it kind of made sense because Never Canoe, that album cover is like, it's kind of like the Up in Smoke cover, but it has like the pack of raw, pack of raw tits, but it says Never Canoe. So like if you take that first cover looks like we're selling rolling paper. Jars in the cover,
self-explanatory.
It's like it's jars of weed. Everybody, you had Sunny Blue Cheese, Rican Haze, Loud Pack Cookies. Everything was there. It's like all roads led to this one joint strain of Chief Cake with the different layers that we're giving you. It kind of just wrote itself. Excuse me, which like coincidentally has worked in our favor that a lot of things have aligned themselves from 420, 1130, 710 landing on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? When we were working on music to drop the projects to have that significance, to just everything working with the smoking on camera and have this as a positive reaction and feedback with that. It's like, anything that we really kind of just want to put out there kind of just happens because I feel like it's just positivity that we're giving out there. We just want to just make sure that, hey, you guys are, you know what I'm saying, you guys are heard. Like I was telling you, you know what I'm saying, outside there's a bunch of bars you probably won't get. You know what I'm saying? You got to speak Chiefanese, you know what I'm saying, to really get the full extent. But, you know what I'm saying?
You got to be really deep in this culture to understand.
Exactly, man. And, like, no disrespect to, anybody who doesn't smoke that enjoys the music, but it's like it is, I make the music for the stoner. If you get it, you get it. But it's even better when you get it later, too. You know what I'm saying? But
that means you did your homework.
Yeah, you did your homework.
Now, part of what I was mentioning earlier, gentlemen, is that, you know what I mean? People don't expect 3 dudes from the Bronx. So I'm going to get specifically with the concentrate. And then these guys smoke bats, guys, just in case you don't know. So 3 guys from the Bronx to be so heavy on the concentrate and dabbing game and be so knowledgeable about it. When was it that y'all really got heavy on the whole dabbing wave?
Oh, man.
I seen dabs you would see Instagram videos of people taking big ass lines and they look like jelly. It's like, what's that?
I call them the fly traps.
Yeah, then you see them dying and shit like that. So it's like, I want to get that one day. Then we actually had a performance at a sesh. We had a performance, shout out to City Sesh. We had a performance at a session. They had a little dab table and all that. I'm like, all right, I'm going to hit it.
Change your life.
He gave me like a little booger, so in my head, I'm like, what the fuck?
Booger and I sneezed. Oh, shit.
He then gave me like a little breadcrumb or like a goo or something. So I'm like, what is this little dot gonna do to me? Like, I smoke mad blunts every day. What is this? I hit it.
And you died.
Yeah, my brain was on the ceiling. Like, I'm trying.
Brain was on the
I'm
ceiling.
telling you, shotgun to the face, Kurt Cole. Like, I was smoking.
It's on Instagram somewhere.
I was smoking, and then I tried not to cry because people was around me, and I just started tearing. Like, I was zooted. Like, I don't know, dabs.
And that's what set it off.
That was the first one. That was it after that.
How about you?
That was the same. That was the same city session. We were doing I think we were doing a performance, or did we just pop in?
No, performance.
It was a performance.
Yeah, it was a performance.
And there was a fucking dab bar there, and it was $5, right?
Yeah.
$5 dab bar.
$5 dab bar.
And I went in with the same mentality that he did, right? Like, what is this little glob of like?
I knew I wasn't bugging.
That shit look like little pieces of gum you'd leave under your desk.
You barely could see what they put on it, so it's like.
And then after that, what was it that y'all really started doing your homework and your research and really made it a part of y'all day-to-day smoking situation?
The next morning.
Right to action. Call to action.
I went straight to YouTube. Like, all right, let me see what I'm talking about. 90U, 120U. All right, press like this. This is hash rise, and this is And then I really just wanted to know what I'm talking about so I can know the prices so nobody get me. You know how it is in New York.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna tax you like it was Trump, so you gotta know what you're talking about.
That's the main reason. That's the main reason. I think another reason is just, I think it was just a natural evolution as a stoner. That when your curiosity, what dab?
Yeah.
What's this? What's this wax? What's this shit? What's the shit with the butane? Niggas need blowtorch? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So it was naturally that, and then again, once you hit it, you're like, wow.
They didn't want
I
to
could
make sure
get
it was
this
clean.
high, this fast with this little. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it was like I just smoked 5 blunts to the face off of this one rip of this.
Yeah,
little
take all
booger.
my money.
Yeah,
Take-
for real, take it.
Take all my money. Take all my money. Like, look.
Then it
this
had
is-
flavor on top of that. It was like turfy. Like you could actually taste the bud, and you couldn't even basically see what you smoking because the dab was so small. It was like it confused me. That shit was alien technology.
I like the craftsmanship. I like the craftsmanship, like in all that. The rigs,
What do you guys think about, like, as far as, like, because me and Ramon always talking about it, you know, we've been hip to it for quite a while, but in New York it ain't really, hasn't caught on. So I want to know, from when y'all started it now, have y'all seen, like, more people, like, getting in the mix of the whole concentrate game and the dab game?
Yeah. Little by little, you see it. Women too, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? And like, if it's not like straight like rigs, you know what I'm saying? They'll get like a puff coat, and they'll get like an E-rig and some shit like that. Or like, you know, they'll get an E-nail. It's building. It's like slowly but surely, because it's more. It's really more like an upstate New York thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where you're getting good, fucking like good hash rosin and like all that shit. Anyway, when you're going out of state in the tri-state, you're going out to Connecticut type shit. So it's really on some like suburban shit, like but on an urban level, it's like little pockets. So it's always dope when I run into somebody and like they talking that shit. I'm like, yes. You speaking my language, bro. Man, you trying to match.
That's my man David right there, the team. He's the dabber of the situation. He be talking that talk.
Yeah, he talks that talk. He loves to bump into the people because he gets to talk all that
we gotta
talk.
take a gram each after the show.
Yeah, he's with it, man.
Gotta do
He's looking at y'all dabbing right now. He like, damn.
Gram each for the gram, yo.
That shit made me fuck the spliff up. I started dying.
So I want to ask y'all, since y'all like so heavy, like, you know what I mean, like connoisseurs, like how many strains y'all think y'all ran through, and what is right now like each one of y'all top favorite that you think is really hitting out here in these streets?
I like GMO. Right now, GMO give me that old school sour taste that should smell like Parmesan cheese and rotten feet. Like it smells like bird. Like that shit smell like a fresh
GMO,
fart,
one of those few strains that taste exactly how it smells. When it's burning, when it's the flower, when it smells. You get that garlic aftertaste when you exhale. Like it's amazing. It's fucking good craftsmanship and fucking genetics and all that shit.
Can't nobody lie and say it's GMO. You could smell it and be like, all right, that's the one. That's him right there. That's him right there. That's him.
How about you, champ?
Since
you're the one that's been smoking the longest, you gotta have a longer library.
There's irony in that.
I'll give Sonny that.
The thing is, I have been smoking the longest, but I just recently, within the last, how long? Year and a half, got into smoking like higher end stuff. On Jars, our last song is called My Friend Reggie, where we're basically talking about Reggie from our own perspectives, and Ralphie's trashing it. Gio's kind of in the middle, and I'm defending Reggie.
Yeah, because that's where we come from.
That's the beginning of everything.
That's where we come from.
But as of that, from then to now, what do you think? Like,
from then to now, man. I'm like rookie of the year, bro.
No, I'm asking, but which one is
so what you? Yeah, since
like I'm an old school nigga. I'm a Hayes nigga. I'm gonna fuck what you tell me. You bring it from outer space and all of that. I'm Hayes is my favorite. Like I don't care what you're talking about. It's my opinion.
I grew up in walking distance from 207.
So that's what I'm asking you. What's yours?
From back in the day, anything from across the 207th Street Bridge. But I'd say the most fire strain I've smoked lately would be that Pie Face and this Zerbert.
The Zerbert. These guys, I'm telling you guys, are like
Skittles with the gelato 41, I believe.
Yeah.
The Zerbert, that shit's stupid.
Yeah, that shit was insane.
And Skittles, I fuck with Skittles.
So what's the average day like? Let's say from beginning to end, if we rocked the child from when y'all came outside, from the wake and bake all the way to the end till we can't no more. What is it that how much are we doing? Like what are we doing?
A lot of bacon in between that wake.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel bad for the camera guy. Whoever's there, I feel bad for the camera nigga.
He don't smoke. Break it down to me. Give me an idea. What it's hitting for?
Like I said, I wake up. Like I wake up before I brush my jibs. I gotta smoke that clip that I went to sleep with. That's like laying beside me. Then I go brush my teeth. Bang. You hop in the shower. You get out. You gotta roll up again. if you don't got nothing to do, you either gonna eat breakfast, probably get on Warzone, whatever, feel me, write a song or whatever. Then you start your daily routine from work to being with the family, stuff like that. But throughout every activity, you gotta smoke. It's like a smoke break. It's like drinking water. It's like that's how come we trying to hit all avenues throughout the day type shit. Like from waking up to going through the day to eating everything.
You know what it's like? It's like that scene from Commando, that Schwarzenegger movie, where like every room that he may come into, he has it already set up where he just has to hit something and a shotgun drops or a machine gun drops. If you lay your day out like that, like, all right, in the morning I'm going to finish the clip that I went to sleep with, and then I'm going to go to the studio. I got a couple of rigs at the studio, so I'm going to bring some sauce with me.
That's how we got.
You take the ride back home at the end of the day. You know, you smoke one on the ride home, put the baby to sleep, take a shower, go to the window, blow one down, go to sleep.
All right, so I'm gonna put it in an ideal perspective, right? So let's say HappyMunkey, Joint Cheefs, we go on a weekend trip, crazy Airbnb house. How's the day looking there? Like, you know what I mean? Because now we talking.
There's no
limits.
family. There's no job. There's no nothing.
The smoke, everybody in the house smokes as strong as everybody that's in the house.
Two of everything. Two of everything. Two of everything. 2 dabs, 2 joints every hour.
Each spliff is 2 grams of better. No
2 joints.
Only matatans.
Only matatans.
No little skippy. No none of that.
Ain't no little midgets.
Before we do
2 joints an hour.
Before we do all that, we gotta go to the nearest market, figure out.
We gotta fill the munchies.
He not asking that, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, it's a good thing you mentioned that. So we got another segment, guys, called Valid Not Valid. My man David over there is the director producer of, and it's about like, you know, people eat exotic snacks and they don't know what they're eating, and then they say whether it's valid or not valid. So my question to y'all, what's on the top munchie list for the Joint Cheefs? Like as far as like when they get high, what's valid or not valid for them as far as on the munchie tip?
Skittles and gum. If you see me scarfing out mad gum, yo, I'm hot as fuck. I could be like 5 sticks in. I'm fucking gum and like Skittles, M&Ms with peanuts.
That's the fallback.
I don't like fallback peanuts.
Yo, Rap Snacks, the one with Fab on it, the wavy cheddar's the best one. That's the fire.
Yo, Rap Snaps. I ain't gonna lie, I was making fun of it at first.
Them shit hit, right?
And then I thought to myself, yo,
them
fuck it,
shit's
I've been giving money to all these different labels for years.
Exactly.
Let me taste the Cardi B's and the shit and all the shit. This shit kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Sandwich on the side of a sandwich.
Yeah, my nigga, I was fucking with your man Ralph. My nigga, we went to go get the what was it, the chopped cheeses from that place, from the famous chopped cheese place. And I went and got the Rap Snacks. Them shits is kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie.
How about you, Rob? What's the munchie status looking like?
I'm a milkshake nigga.
I fucks with you.
I fucks with you. Cookies and cream, man. Little fucking the half chocolate, half vanilla, and all that. For me, nothing too crazy. But word, I like the milkshakes.
How about you, champion? What you doing when you get super stoned?
Ben & Jerry's half baked.
Ooh, Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah, bro, rep the vegans.
All right, so maybe I'll name a few and y'all tell me if it's valid or not valid.
Shouts to all the vegans out there.
Vegans. All right, so you're talking vegans. Let's say seaweed wraps, valid or not valid?
Super valid.
Not valid.
How about you, Rob? Leave that on the vegan
tip. Look like a grass fruit roller. I don't want that shit. No, I'm good.
How about onion rings?
Super valid.
The real onion rings, not the chip. That shit stink. Or I smoked some onion rings. I smoked the onion ring bud, but them chips is disgusting. They need to burn them shits.
Pretzels.
Super valid.
Yeah, they valid.
Yeah. Shout to Snyder's. Them honey glazed.
Oh, the honey wheats. The honey wheats, bro.
I fuck with the chocolate. What's the shit? What's the chocolate
some
cover
apple
ones?
juice?
The small
with
ones?
the apple juice?
Which one?
I fuck with the chocolate cover ones. It's coming
The
in blue bag.
twist shits. To flip it. Some shit like that.
Flips?
Flips. Yeah, flips.
Yeah.
And it shows a pretzel with the white chocolate and some shit like that.
Blue bag, yeah.
It's holographic. Look like a Pokemon card.
Those are delicious.
All right, so I'll hit you with a chocolate one. How about M&M pretzels?
Super valid. Chocolate and
exist?
pretzel go. Yeah, hell yeah, they exist. The blue bag, right?
Exists.
Now that's crazy.
My bad. I was thinking.
My man Ralph said not valid though.
I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking of a big giant like New York pretzel with M&Ms in it. See, something like I had that bag. That bag is
That's some
fire.
stoner shit.
That bag is fire.
He made up the
That bag is fire.
That nigga imagination is crazy. He said the pretzel with M&M's in it.
That's
Now
what I
I
thought.
want it. I'm mad you said it because I want it
I
too.
want that. I want somebody
You
to
got
go
the salt on the
whip it up.
outside, then the sweet M&M's
Wifey's
with the
watching this.
whites
She's
and
a
all
bitch.
that.
I'm
Come
gonna tell her
on.
to make that shit.
How about yogurt?
Not valid.
Super valid. I like silk almond yogurt.
That shit is like healthy
Amazing.
pudding.
Bro, think about this, bro.
Yogurt is healthy pudding.
Bro, think
Nobody
about
want
this.
that shit,
A
bro.
I love yogurt.
A motherfucker had to not throw out the milk for that long.
I drink
to
Danimals.
realize, hey, let me taste this shit. Oh, this is good. A lazy motherfucker. Yeah, let me mix it with fruit. Lazy motherfucker made yogurt, bro.
Danimals is fire.
And buttermilk too, man. Cause wifey's a baker, she be putting me onto this shit. But buttermilk.
Now I'm gonna
too,
take y'all back to the old school when I first started. You know, a nigga poor in the hood. What was the ultimate munchies for me? The little 50-cent powdered donut pack.
Or the 6 in the line.
Yeah.
The 6 in the line.
Is that valid or not valid, gentlemen?
When there was 50 cents.
That's
the
valid
glazed one.
still. Them shits are $1.69 now. Them shits are $1.69.
I remember when
chocolate.
I was young, you know, and they grew up in the hood, you know, we come from the bottom.
$1.
When
You gotta
Mama
get that.
Love came with one of those, that was like we hit the lotto twice. That was like a treat.
That's a fact.
Some shit is fire.
I used to be on a heavy sunflower seed phase where I was just copping all the Davis. I was copping all the flavors.
We all did sunflower seeds.
I
We
was
all
a heavy
hood buggers.
fan.
We a bunch of hood buggers.
Nacho
Let's keep it real. That shit
Nacho
is super
cheese
hood
or the
buggy
white-
sport.
Nacho cheese was fire. Ranch was a little too much. The
Barbecue
nacho
was
cheese-
trash.
The barbecue was disappointing.
Barbecue was trash. Nobody bought them, so they was always stale.
Nah, the nacho cheese was the best.
Bro, I can't take you seriously because you don't like yellow Starburst, so we can't.
Oh man, you
Wait,
don't like
wait,
the
there's-
yellow.
wait,
Pink
there's a
and blue
funny.
Starburst are the best Starburst.
Yellow's valid, bro. Yellow
Yellow
Starburst
is
is valid.
valid. A Kia
Thank
is
you.
valid. That
Thank
don't mean
you,
you're
bro.
going to buy that. Nobody wants the yellow Starburst when you open the pack. You want the
Bro.
red one, the green one,
This
or the
is
yellow
ultimately
one.
My man
Look,
Ralph said, "Look, my man Ralph said over there. He said, you
Yellow,
like the
yellow one?
yellow
The lemon?
Starburst is valid.
It's better than the pink one.
Yellow and pink.
Which one you picking first?
That don't matter.
don't
It just
know,
matters
bro.
that yellow's
You feel
valid
me?
too,
Feel me?
bro.
Yo, now I gotta get a little more serious
I'ma
on
give you
y'all
the
right
yellow, 'cause I
quick,
ain't-
man. Cause like you guys already, like you're knowledgeable enough. Like you guys been in the culture, but you guys also been around. You know the transition that the industry's heading. So my opinion to y'all is, what do you think as far as like the cannabis industry from when you started smoking to now, and where do you guys see it heading to
Oh man,
as a whole?
I got so many DAT slips under my belt from when I was younger, because you get stopped by a cop with a fucking joint or a blunt or a couple of sacks.
You lucky you just got DHs. They ain't put you through the system.
No, mad time.
Okay, then there you
Mad
go.
time.
That's how it's going down.
Yeah, but
Mad
explain
time.
to them what
get
that
arrested
means
in
though,
the
because a
hole.
lot of people don't understand what's going through the system.
Break it down to them what it
explain
means.
to them us, but I want you to like.
Break it down to them what that means.
I mean, you're basically in the system. You know,
You get arrested, they book you, they put your info in.
There's a reason for like the DTs that come on Tuesdays and Thursdays to come by and just jump out on you for no
Just
reason,
ignore
just
you.
because you've already been
Smoking,
through the
yeah.
system, because they know, all right, there's a good chance he's gonna have at least a bag on him, and they'll really. On a good day, give you a DAT slip. You'll be out in 2-3 hours.
I got
But
arrested for a clip before.
on a bad day, you're going through the system.
They don't-
Cheese sandwiches
well,
and
well,
spoiled
tell them how
milk.
long the system means. They don't know out there.
Yeah, that shit could be, I mean, I think at
10 hour
max they
minimum,
can.
bro. They say
Yeah,
8,
10-hour
right?
minimum, but they
They
can
say
keep you up
on
to
the
like
website, they'll say
24.
Let you be talking shit to NYPD, you gonna be there.
Oh yeah. You're going from the third floor
Once
back to the
you
first floor.
start talking
So-
crazy, your paper's
so-
gonna hit the bottom and the bottom.
And you're
the bottom,
gonna magically go from the third floor to the first
or
floor.
to the
bro.
first
So
floor.
from that time when that was going down and now, how do you see like the evolution?
And just so
I
you
mean-
understand, at that time, I just want you to understand, legally, they could hold you up to 72 hours.
That's what I'm
Without
saying.
seeing the judge.
When he
Then
said
you
12
see a
hours, I'm
you
like,
can see
that's
the judge
lucky.
at 71
It's more like
hours.
20. That's what I'm like.
I
damn.
think
Bro, a
I've
day.
heard-
And then, like I said, once you talking shit, they gonna hit you with the, oh, nah, he's not seeing the judge. Or they going to the bookings, nah, give him the seatbelt that don't work. Suck my dick, right? Mr. Suck my dick, we got something for you. Stay right there. They start treating you crazy. Word.
But the good thing is that the people like from our generation, I'm 38, people from our generation that had to deal with that apprehension of having a blunt on them and walk into their homie's house to go light up. And they don't have to really deal with that now, and that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
We basically, we basically took the hits for them,
We
and not even to.
We crawled so they can.
Basically.
Honestly,
Yeah,
no.
they
I
was
think
hitting
the
me,
generation
boy.
before us.
They was hitting me. They
crawled
kept
so
me
we
with
could
me. I
walk,
was
and we
spending that
walked
whole
so they could
24
run.
hours.
Yep.
Easy. It was like, yeah.
So a little bit, right? How much bud you had at the time? Probably like a
Light, bro. Like I've
blunt?
got caught so many times with like joints or like maybe like a bag on me or maybe you just
dime
finished
or
smoking and they found the blood. Like
Then you
weird
be mad
shit.
at yourself, like, damn, I should have waited
These
in the house.
motherfuckers- Yeah, man.
I should have cheeked that shit.
Or whatever, man. It's just
Nigga said, y'all should have stood in the bread,
you
yo.
know. And sometimes, look, I've been in a situation where I'm coming to light up my friends outside. I just came outside. I'm about to light my friends up, but they just jumped out on me. We just, the blunt is on the floor. They find the blunt. I ain't gonna let my friends go to jail for something that I just bought. So I had to say, well, that's mine, officer, and I got to go spend the night in jail for a blunt.
Yeah. And we talk about that on Chief the World, right?
Kush the world.
Kush the World.
Shit like that.
So what do you guys think from all of that to now? 33 states medically legal, like 13 states recreational legal, decriminalized in New York. Like, where it's at now and where is it going as an industry, as a business?
It needs to ultimately just be. It needs to be legalized in all 50 states on a recreational and a medicinal level.
I see it happen little by little.
No, I mean we already know that this drug war is fugazi. We know that it doesn't work. This war on drugs that's been happening for the last however many generations.
It didn't work. Right?
Just let people decide what they want to put in their system, and if they're not hurting anybody, then what's the harm? Let the state benefit off the fucking countless amounts of money that's going to come in taxes. Let's look at Colorado, bro. Yeah. Look at how they squared away in the first year. How much money they
Let's
made.
be real. Before that, I didn't even know what is going on in Colorado. Like, what? The Rocky Mountains?
Before they legalized weed, they wasn't really a topic.
Other than South Park. Other than South Park.
Yeah, and it's just
I
in
forgot
general.
that. I forgot that.
Colorado was like what? Aspen, and that's for the wealthy. So nobody was talking
you always
about Colorado,
associate
like the
that
general
scheme and
people in life and like
Colorado's
situations.
Like one of the whitest states in this country. Bro.
Yeah,
we
so
got no reason to talk about that shit over here.
But now weed is on the forefront. They got that shit all the way legal, and they rocking. We talk about Colorado.
Now it's the second conversation from California.
I
We
mean,
don't even talk
conversation
about
is
that.
Hispanic people
It goes
in
from
the
Cali to
industry.
Colorado.
That's why we all
exactly.
here.
I just don't
Black
want
and brown
them.
owned.
I just don't want them to keep moving the goalpost. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna. We ask for legalization, they give us decriminalization. We ask for legalization, they're gonna give us something else. We ask for legalization, they're gonna give us something else. Like stop moving the goalposts, and then if they legalize it, you gotta have this. And if you want a dispensary, they're gonna move. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're gonna give you hoops to jump through.
As long as they, you know what I'm saying? As long as they control the game, they control the rules.
Well, right now they definitely control the game. Cannabis is very small. And all the companies that do control the game,
but it's projected to make such an impact.
They don't understand the culture. The culture is so diversified that if your company is not diversified, you're not gonna make the maximum money. So they kind of like that's what needs to happen. And
companies
then,
like
and
Marlboro are already trying to get in on cannabis.
They end. They're not.
They got the money.
Got the money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right now we think, guys, there's like 94% and 93% owned by Caucasian, corporations and stuff like that. So, that's why like over here in New York, everybody's trying to work hard to make sure it don't go down like that because that's the way it's been going down.
As long as we have representation in the room, you know what I'm saying? We don't, it's like we don't all got to get in the room, just a couple of us, you know what I'm saying? Just at least for now.
Have the faces there, so it's not just when you think of bud or dispensary, you don't go in there and already have a preconceived judgment.
Just like getting to the club,
who you gonna see, who the bud is gonna be.
Think of a fucking Gap commercial or something. You think bud, you don't want to think that.
So I got another crazy question for y'all. What was the craziest smoking experience y'all had, like that you couldn't imagine, that felt like like a pinnacle that you were smoking with somebody or at a place or whatever it is?
Can I just add something?
Yeah.
Loud Pack Ralph is a criminal. Right? Multiple attempted murders. via dabbing.
The dab there.
Bro, he'll just convince you. He'll just hit it, bro. God, hit it. And you're sitting there, bro, and you're just watching your light flash before you. And you're getting closer to the light.
A lot of people haven't hit the dab before, so when they do it, they either be scary or they think it's a hook and all that. And you gotta make sure they clear that.
Think it's a hook.
Word, you gotta make sure they clear that. Make that disappear. Thanks.
I think I was brought up as like an engineer. You know what I'm saying? Because my engineer is my trade. I got shout out to Nino, man. He brought me up to D Block Studios, and I mean I got to smoke next to Styles P. That's like one of my he's in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? Especially what he does for the culture.
I get high.
Yeah, bro. I really hold him in a high regard. So like just being in his presence and like that was dope because like when you walk into the studio, you know what I'm saying, I'm introduced as an engineer. I'm not introduced as such and such as homie or whatever. So there's a certain level of respect that they're giving me, which is fire. You know what I'm saying? So when I met him and I'm going for the handshake, and he's like, "No, bring it in, baby." And then he fucking did that, and he did the hug. I was like, that's fucking
right, yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm in the right place at the right time, right?
Bro, that was a feeling that like from just a hip hop thing, it was like, yes. And then I met Jada, and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" He was, "Yo, that's your name." Boom, I met him. Sheik, I met like the next day, but like just being able like, and then he was playing not Dime Bag. It was ain't even released. It was the record. It was the 5 songs joint he put out after that, and he's just playing cuts. You know what I'm saying? Poobs is there. I'm like, yo, this is hip hop. Like, this is why I became an engineer to be in rooms like this. So that was the craziest. Just like I'm smoking and like this was happening. All the highs came from like I remember this one 420. It was like me and 11 people. We smoked like 70, like literally like I forgot the exact number, but it came out to like 70 blunts. We rolled 40 before it struck 420, and then we used to do some shit called marathon. So like whoever, you know what I'm saying, like whoever, you know what I'm saying, like you had to last
Marathon.
If you tapping out, you tapping out. And it was my boys. Like he had a 1-room bedroom in the crib, and it was 11 of us. Just fucking passing.
Now you guys understand why New York City is the highest consuming city in the world. Giving you a glimpse. There's a reason.
Heavy over here. Heavy.
And that's not even talking about our album release parties where we smoking. Try to stay lifted raw with the Challenger cones.
Challenger cones.
2-footers.
2-footer holds 3 zips in that bitch.
3 at a time.
Crazy.
We had a few of them shits going.
Zips.
And if it's smoking on camera
Zips,
video,
everybody.
we had them shits. Them shits look like
3 ounces.
All right.
3 ounces. 3
Yeah,
onions.
Bro, them shits look like baguettes coming out of a bag, bro. Just 3 big joints.
That
bro.
shit look like a little mini Yankee bat.
Yeah.
Like a little mini Yankee bat that you can just give them.
Oh man, these guys are heavy smokers, everybody. Yes, man. Yeah, I think this is cool, man. I wanted everybody to come see this and feel this vibe, and I knew you guys were like, I didn't really have to say much. You guys are exactly who you are. So I was like, as soon as they get here, they gonna have their own rigs, their own everything, because that's how they get down. Like
the world needs to know.
Do that. So I was kind of wanting to
out
show
here in New York
that we get busy out here. It ain't just it ain't just like the HappyMunkey people and people that this is like this is a whole culture out here. We just a piece. You know what I mean? We just fortunate and able to have some sort of platform to be able to talk and, showcase and however we can help the culture. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys because you guys are exactly who you are. It wasn't much for us to do. It was more like, yo, we to get the Joint Cheefs. Duh. Like it wasn't like, yo, niggas like, of course, bro. Like
now I'm ready for my favorite part, and since y'all know about the movement so well and y'all been around since the day one, I'm really interested to hear one by one what your answers are. The $1 million question, gentlemen, is if you had to describe HappyMunkey, the movement, events, everything you know about it, media, in one word, what would it be and why?
Epic.
Why epic?
Because when you walk through that door, that shit was, it's like every rumor you heard, but just being in a vibe where it's nothing but positivity, good bud, everybody knows everybody around you, so you feel like it's family. Just walking into there, it was just epic. It was like, damn, this shit was the truth. Like, they wasn't exaggerating, they didn't add nothing, they didn't have to juice the story. Shit was fire, I like it.
Thank you for those kind words, King. We appreciate you,
man.
How about you, G?
Culture, like
culture?
Culture, because like that's the only place where I've ever because I went there dolo one time, and I was just chilling, and there was just these two older white ladies rolling up Dutches, chilling. like straight up on Dutches, cracking this. One was cracking it down the middle, one was mummy rolling it. Like, yo, I was like, yo, these was like 40, like one was like 40 plus, one was like 60 plus, bro. In the business too, bro. Damn, I forgot her name. But they in the business. They out in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? They out in Jersey.
That's culture.
Just being there while watching, while just having like it was just it's culture.
They had to embrace
that,
some.
But then you can have Mr. Puffington on the corner. Then you can have people you don't even know.
Everybody
together.
Yeah,
that's what I said. Like everybody knows somebody. So it's like,
how about you? What's your word, King?
I've gone into HappyMunkey on.
You gotta pick a word first, my brother, before you explain. Pick any word you comes to your mind.
I would say just fun.
All right then. See, nobody ever use fun.
Yeah,
Why fun?
Take that.
Fun because I mean, like I said, I'm new to the higher end level of cannabis. So, you know, you first walk in through the doors and it's like, Jesus Christ, like it's like a speakeasy like back in the 20s. Like this is what it must have been like back in the day. Like this shit is amazing. And, you know, everybody's just having a fucking good time and nobody's worried about anything outside of that. You know, everybody's just in their own thing and you guys provide such an amazing vibe that it just comes naturally.
Thank you, gentlemen, for always believing, supporting, and rocking with us, man. You know what I mean? That's why, you know what I mean? It was an honor when we heard, you know, we was going to rock with y'all here because it's like, you know, Ramon said, they need to know it's not just us. Like, we just the voice for the whole tri-state area. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of us. It's just that we ain't have that many voices and platforms out here, but now it's on.
Yeah, come on, bro. Look, we just smoked. I don't know if y'all just saw how much we smoked while we were sitting here, but we was just piffing.
We did a little smoking.
You know what I mean? So you know this shit. You know,
we did a little.
We was blazing. You know what I mean? Like,
it looked like Casper's in here. It looked like Casper's.
Yo, guys, we need one more time before we get out of here for y'all to tell all the people what to expect for the rest of 2020 from the Joint Cheefs.
Yeah, man.
Where to find y'all
All the shit.
and what it's hitting for.
We have a lot of content on the way. Cheesecake just dropped, so expect a lot of visuals in the near future. And just stay tuned for 2021. If this COVID bullshit dies down, then you know you guys will see a lot more performing.
Definitely got a lot in the works.
Now. I know we usually close up, and this is when we close up. But I don't do this. But I don't let rappers leave here without blessing us with something, some fire. I know somebody here, Loudpack Ralph.
Y'all gotta
Blue
bless
Note,
us.
G.
Y'all gotta bless the Boulevard. You gotta bless the Boulevard.
I don't care what you give me. Give me a song, your favorite song, whatever song from Chief Cake. Hit me with an 8.
I got you a little shum. All
right.
I had to put on for the X. The city slicker, the good weed picker. I'm high as LaGuardia, the fly New York nigga. Gelato or the purple, which one do you choose? Pre-rose tucked in the goose, smoking weed on 40 deuce. This weed got me feeling them. Oh, wait, what's that? Had the cough. I spit some shit.
Come on, G. Gotta bless the Boulevard.
All right, come on. Spit some raw cones in the Cobra clutch. No rope when I used to double Dutch. Selling half a hose, how you double up. Wax ready when it start to bubble up. Fucking with the Chiefs will make you lean just like a double cup. Purple with the Sprite minus the soda. When I roll up, hold up, slicing slabs of shadow on the scale looking like cold cuts. Told them, don't be a hero trying to chase the cheese. Walking around war and beef, but acting like napkins how they fold up. I'm the nicest, flyest, highest, numero uno, numero cuatro. When I'm smoking Gorilla Gluto, always rep New York and the boogie down is the borough. Raw life is the family, more bass than the Yankees. Wepa.
Oh, all right. We got it. We need the last. We need the last man to bless the Boulevard.
Yeah. Fast stoner with an appetite for life, for tattoos and Mike and Ike's, fast food and pasta night. Came back to life from this food coma. Let my stoner vibe hit your cortex from the aroma. Grapes from Sonoma, sit in my wine glass lazy. Joint Cheefs got the recipe sauce and plus the gravy. Who loves you, baby? I got this 20 twin guaranteed to get the munchies when the chronic sinks in. I forgot.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's it right there, man. Come
I ain't
on.
mad at that, man.
They
You know,
need
we
to
gotta leave
know.
it with something. We had to leave it
had
with
shit.
something,
We had
man.
shit.
I take it.
Come on, y'all can't say nothing, Happy Monkey family. We hit y'all with a little bit of everything today.
Yes, sir.
You had the cannabis culture in New York here in full effect. You had the epitome of it here.
Yes, sir.
So you already know, guys. I know that it's been rough out here. You know what I mean? Rough year for everybody. But remember, you're too blessed to be stressed.
That's a fact.
Shit'll get greater later. For now, checking out Vlad, Ramon, the Joint Chiefs.
Yes, yes,
Peace,
yes.
love, and happiness.
Yeah. That was
Cheesecake
fire,
out
my
all
G.
platforms.
Yes, sir. That was fire.
What's good, everybody? This is your nigga Ralph, trying to keep you fresh with the info from Happy Monkey every single podcast. You already know what it is. If you haven't followed us yet, follow us on Instagram at HappyMunkey_ or Happy Monkey Goodies. Now remember, that's monkey with a U. Also, if you haven't checked us out, we're on YouTube. So check out our channel, Happy Monkey TV. Keep us current, live, and everything with the culture.